All right. I think we're live now. We'll find out here in just a second. Dirty Laundry now sitting down at the table. There we go. Running a little bit behind here, but that's okay. Now I'm here and I can tell y'all it's nice to be back behind the microphone here at Stack's Social Club. Got a 5 on the button no limit hold'em game going. We've got 7 players now. This Dirty Laundry sits down in the 5 seat, I believe. He's going to look down at a 7-4 of diamonds. He's going to fold. Junior with some hidden cards. He's going to go ahead and get away from. And Donald now looking down at pocket 10s. He raises to 15. And Barry's going to go away with the 8-3. And just figured out who young Ace is. Kevin looking down at pocket jacks, though. So we'll have a hand here for sure. 8-5 ace. That should slow things down just a little bit for the betting. Donald is going to bet out $25. Walito with the pair of 8s is going to go ahead and make the call. Excuse me, Kevin made the call with pocket jacks. Turn is a 6 now. Picking up a straight draw. A gutty. Kevin's out of the hand, so Walito's out of the hand, excuse me. It's going to take me a minute to get back behind the mic here and not stutter through the whole thing with a 2 of hearts. No help for anybody. Kevin's going to win the hand if he doesn't get bluffed out. Donald going to make a bet here. Donald checked. Kevin makes a bet and he folds. So, picking up the small pot here. Hope everybody's missed me as much as I've missed them, but I highly doubt it. In kind of MIA for a little while. Of course, we've had the stream down some, and I've had other pressing business. Hadn't been able to do the live stream, but I'm glad to be back behind the mic. So, enjoying some good weather here in Lubbock, Texas. Got some nice thunderstorms rolling through, some rain. Hopefully it doesn't affect the live stream too much. So, of course, if you're here on the live stream and you're watching, make sure you come in the comments, say hello, say something. Smash the like button, let us know that you're watching. Of course, if you're here on the live stream and you're watching, make sure you come in the comments, say hello, say something. Smash the like button, let us know that you're watching. All right, nice to see some of the original watchers back in here chatting it up right away. Thank you, Pat. I'm glad to be back in the live chair, that's for sure. Got Jesse, Carter's all-time biggest fan. We'll see if he can turn that $100 into about $110 for you by the end of the night. See some of the original watchers back in here chatting it up right away. Thank you, Pat. I'm glad to be I don't know about anybody else on the live stream, but I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to college football. Jesse, nothing like poker on a Saturday and watching college football all day and all night. We'll see if he can turn that $100 into about $110. 3, 4, 5, 7 on the board. Walito with the pair of 3s and an 8-4 for Dirty Laundry. So I don't know about bottom pair is dueling it out here. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to college football. Nothing like poker on a Saturday. Walito's going to pull down the pot. Dirty Laundry with 18% of the chips at $5.95. Barry with $5.20. Young Ace bringing up the trail here with 65 in chips. Welcome to the chat, Whitney. Good to see you in. Says, let's go, Barry. No favoritism there. Pull down the pot. Chad Copeland says, shout out to Walito. 595, Barry with 520. Young Ace bringing up the trail here with 65 in chips. Well, this table will fill up quick if it hadn't already, so good to see you in. Says, let's go, Barry. Should be a good little game here. Looks like Chris is going to be sitting down here in just a little bit. Chad Copeland says, shout out to Walito. We'll do a little bit of sound check here and see if I can. Being told I got a little bit of echo in here. So let's see. I think I might have fixed it. Whitney, let me know if I did, or anybody out there, let me know I did. 6, 7, 10 on the flop, 2 diamonds. No flush draws out there at this time, but a pair of 10s for Barry and a straight draw for Donald with the 7 on the turn. Still no help for anybody. Barry with 2 pair and a 6. So 2 pair on the board, but Barry's going to win it with a pair of 10s in his hand, or a pair of 10s. We got a full table now. It didn't take very long, so this will be a good game for a while, I would suspect. Thanks for looking out, Whitney. I don't know about this love affair you got with him up in New York, Jesse, but what you consider cute, maybe you should stay in New York. Big Bad Wolf under the gun, looking down at an 8-7. Young Ace with a Queen 9 of diamonds here. Don't be surprised if there's a small raise if he decides to get it all in here. little bit of glitch going on here. But seeing the folds around the table, Carter making the call. Junior going to look down at pocket tens, and he just makes the call as well. Donald with ace king suited, though. I can't imagine he doesn't. He just makes the call, I guess. Maybe. No, he raises to 20. Carter and Junior both making the call. And we're going to see an A10 jack. Carter flopping the straight here. Junior with trips. And Donald with the Broadway draw, but no one with spades. So Carter all in for $25. At this point, you know the money's going to get all in. He's just hoping he's hoping another spade doesn't hit the board, which doesn't hurt him, but he doesn't know that. And a 4 of spades on the turn, so at least Carter's all in. He can't lose this hand unless a king comes up or a paired board. And it's going to be a 7. So Carter's going to pick up the win with a queen high straight. It's just a matter of whether Junior and Donald want to battle out here a little bit. Looks like they check it down, and Carter's going to turn 65 into about 150. 135. Good job, Carter. Good job. Way to flop that hand. The skill behind flopping the nut not the nuts. Flopping the winner it's a highly skilled game when you can do that. Hoping Carter will teach me. Hoping he'll write a book soon. Carter is so talented. I agree. I mean, it takes a lot of skill to flop straight. Pocket kings versus jack 10. How about an ace king queen? Ace king queen on the flop. That'd be ugly. 9 on the turn, putting a pair on the board. Kevin's still ahead with pocket kings. And here we are with 2 pair on the board again. Let's see if Zach decides to make a little move on this tiny pot. He does not. He's going to check it down, and it's going to go to Kevin with the pocket kings. We are getting some serious rainfall here now. We do need it. I guess maybe that's just the air conditioning I'm hearing.
No, it's rain.
According to the radar, it's air, but who knows? My ears don't work very well sometimes. I might be young and good looking, but I'm getting old. Chelsea, I miss seeing you too. Miss seeing everybody up here. I hadn't been up here a whole lot. We'll have to see you again before you leave. What does that mean? You don't need to be going anywhere. Jesse, I don't want need to see Carter have any more motivation. Don't be trying to take Bree from him. He's over here with an ace queen trying to pick up a hand, and he does pick up top pair. Zach with a king 8 having really no hand is probably not going to make this call, and he does not. So Carter going to pick up a little bit at a time here. He's going to move it on up to about $200, or maybe 135. I don't know. Zach leading the way with 700 in chips. Barry right behind him with 690. Junior now bringing up the caboose at $95. Tanya, when are we going to see you on the live deal again? Don't know. She don't know. You don't make... Oh, yeah, you do. I meant after this. I already knew that, and I'm asking dumb questions right here live. I'm letting everybody hear just how dumb my questions are. They say there's no dumb questions, but I bet I can find some. Dirty Laundry with a 7-6 of clubs. Raises to 20. He must love that hand. I'm a fan of suited connectors. I really am. Kevin's card's not reading yet. Pocket 4s, but Walito with a 5-4. Oh, Pat, I'm never going to be eligible for the Over the Hill Club. I'm going to stay young and well, I might not stay fit, but I'm going to stay young at heart. I hope. Don't forget, here at Stacks Social Club on Tuesday nights, we have our $3,000 guarantee. $120 max buy-in starts at 7 p.m. Always have a really good showing at that tournament as well. I don't know how permanent it is, but they've got a, they call it a, I just lost my train of thought. Bankroll builder. Bankroll builder tournament they've been having on the weekends. A little $500 guarantee, $20 buy-in. Nice little tournament. Nice to start a little bankroll. Looking down, we got Junior with an ace-king offsuit and Kevin with pocket queens. Lita with a jack-deuce suit is going to go away. Raised to 25 by Kevin. Barry. Let's see what Barry does. He's already made his action, but I can't see what it was. It should have been to him. But he does make the call. So Jack 9, 7-3 of hearts, queens, and ace king. And looky there. We got a flush flopped with a straight flush draw possibility. So Barry with... Sometimes the sun just shines on some people.
We got our 7-card flush too.
And we do have, Tanya was just telling me, we have the 7-card flush promotion, the fully loaded flush. So if 2 more hearts hit the board, and this gets shown down at the river, Barry's going to win some money. Are the hearts still up at $2,500?
I think so.
So the hearts will still be up at $2,500. Oh, Chelsea, I just saw that you said that. I'm glad you did remind me of it. I am going to push that. A 4 does not help anyone there, really. Kevin with the... Was that Kevin that made the bet here? Oh, Donald with the bet of $80. He's got a pair of 9s. Kevin with the pair of queens. He's going to go away. It's a good fold there. Good fold, of course, for Junior with ace king. But we're going to be heads up. It's going to be a 5 on the river. 2 pair for Donald. He is going to make the check. Barry not going to let him get away with just checking. He's going to have to pay. Barry put a little large size bet out there of 120. And Donald's going to pay him off, and he's going to see the misery in the 7-3 flush.
Do you fold that ace king with the ace of hearts on the turn?
On the turn for 80?
Yeah, I don't think so. Right? I definitely don't.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a little more loose, so I might. It depends on my stack. If I have $120 left, I probably do not make the call. But if I've got a couple of $100 or something, I probably make that call. Nice win for Barry there. He's at plus 570 right now on the night. Donald, right now, the loser at 500 down. So. Yes, Chelsea, great minds, great minds. Jordan doing a great job here in the box. Chris with a 10-8 of hearts here. He's going to raise it up under the gun. And Zach with the other red 10 and the 10-8, so he's suited with diamonds, making the call. Barry makes the call with a jack 8 of spades, so the 8s are very cheap right now. Of course, the case 8 will come on the flop. Just watch. Oh, just almost. So now Chris and Zach both flopping straight draws and Barry with top pair. Chris, of course, going to have a continuation bet there. He's not going to just let it fly by. Zach making the call, and of course Barry with top pair going to make the call as well. 3 of diamonds on the turn, no help for anybody. Chelsea says hi, Tanya.
Hey, Chelsea.
My guest commentator here. She's a little too quiet, you know, she's shy.
We're talking enough for both of us.
Well, I talk enough for a lot of people, that's for sure. Why I'm so well loved or loathed. I don't know which word it is, but it's one or the other. So Barry with top pair here. Jacks and the 7s on the board, of course. Check around and Barry's going to win the hand. Little $165 win. Tanya, how long you been dealing? You dealt in the casinos. You've dealt everywhere.
8 years.
8 years? Veteran dealer here for sure.
I don't think so. Chris has been dealing longer than me. So.
Well, maybe not the veteran, but a veteran.
Okay, fair.
We knew Chris must have been dealing longer.
Definitely better.
Will calls 40. Landry folds. Junior folds. Chris folds. Zach folds. Can I get some change from you? That's it. Three players. Check, check. All in. Fold. For 105. Yes, Chelsea, it's a love-hate situation. They either love me or they hate me. Mostly love.
Mostly.
They just hate me because they ain't me. Isn't that how it goes? Pat, are you typing with your tongue? I'm not real sure what you were saying there. I'm in here making Tanya Pat's retracted. Don't retract it. Just correct it. I'm just giving you a hard time, Pat. If we can't have fun on the live stream, where can we have fun? Not at the poker table, not me. Barry with a queen 9 off. He picks up the straight draw right off the bat. Of course, so does Donald, kinda. He's a backdoor with a pair of kings. So, heads up play. 3 of clubs on the turn. No help for anybody. Barry's still going to be aggressive here. Donald with a pair of kings going to have to make a decision. He lost a big hand to Barry earlier, so he doesn't want to continue that trend and decides to go away, although he doesn't know he had the winning hand. At least at that point in time, he did.
I am curious what Pat was going to ask.
Yeah, what were you asking, Pat? What's up? Any what? Chelsea moving back to the panhandle, huh? I mean, kind of in the southern panhandle as it is, so like Borger or like somewhere like that, or what? Young ace, queen, king, queen offsuit. Makes the call for $10. Donald looking down at a 7-6 of spades. Oh, Pat. Well, guess you must be learning how to do it with no arms and no legs, if that's what you're typing with. All right. No update on the table mics that I know of. I don't know. Don't know if they've got any plan formulated to try to get it any better, but they should. Hopefully they will. Got to get Carter on the case. He's our technical man. So Barry and Carter both with a pair of kings. Of course, kings and nines with an ace. They're going to be chopping this pot. Carter did not like to see the other 9 or the ace, one or the other, coming out. So Wheeler, no way. I always get spam calls from there. I always get a freaking call like 3 times a day from Wheeler, Texas. So please,
It's Chelsea.
is it you, Chelsea? Are you spam calling me every time I answer about my Google ad crap for my business? You're poison? Oh no crossbones. I know. Tanya thinks I'm too old to understand what you're really saying. I'm just cracking jokes. Oh my gosh. She's dead 4 times. Is that possible? Glad to see we're having a good time in here, though. Glad to see some chat interaction. You know, the last couple of times I did it, there wasn't a whole lot of chat interaction. Kind of boring, if you ask me. I need people to talk to me. I need to feel wanted. Kevin with a king jack offsuit. Gonna make the call for $20. Zach with a jack 10 off. Pat, are you familiar with that? Oh, sorry, that's my bad. Donald with a queen 8. And a king 10 5. So Zach with a pair of 10s and Kevin with a pair of kings and me with a tongue twister. Chelsea says it's her. I knew it. I blocked every number you've called me from, and a king on the turn now. Zach probably feels better about his pair of 10s, but he's a poker player. He probably knows that king is out there more than likely. Kevin making the bet to $50, and Zach going to make the call. I knew that was your favorite hand job, Pat. Kevin going to bet out $25 here. Zach going to make the call, the snap call, and he snap calls into a loss. Kevin gonna make the $165 profit on that hand. These are some new faces for me. I don't know if they're new faces for everybody because, of course, I've been MIA, but there's a familiar hairdo walking around.
Her name is Grace.
Oh, that's great. Oh, Grace. Oh. Swear, I just caught a glimpse. I swear I thought it was Mac. My bad. Looks like I was wrong. Oh, Chelsea coming in with the fire. I see how that works. Calling me pawpaws. First of all, that's not a case. That's not the case, and you can just call me granddaddy if that's the case. Thank you very much. Emphasis on the daddy. 9s and 2s for Kevin. He got the winning hand, and he is going to show down and win the pot. Another $100 profit. I sure do miss raking pots. Wait a minute. I never did. Never mind. I don't know what I was talking about. I haven't raked pots. I just bloat them. Quad aces for your favorite, huh? I'm pretty happy with quad aces, Pat. Oh, look at Chelsea's all excited. She learned how to use emojis. I remember when I first learned how to ride a bike, Chelsea. Pocket aces for Chris. Leader with a jack 6 of hearts, young ace with a king 5 of hearts. Of course, that king would have to have a much bigger heart for Carter to stay in. I don't want to say Carter's a tight player, but his VPIP could be around 4 too. 8-4 deuce with 2 clubs. Chris and Barry battling it out. A bet and a call. And we're going to a turn heads up. Let's see if we can, river heads up, excuse me. Turn is a 3 of clubs, so giving them both the club out. And ouch, would that hurt if a club hits on the river? This could be very painful on the river. And it's a harmless 10, so we'll see what happens here. Barry with the pair of queens. He's probably going to be betting it up. Of course, Chris. Oh, Chris just making the check here? He had to have been trying to induce a bet, surely. Yeah, that hand went down when it was about a squeaker right there. I thought I'd see a little bit more fireworks. I know you love me. It's all good. Chelsea, I don't know how to break this to you, but I don't have a peach, but okay. You'd be surprised what I could still do at my age. This ripe, old age of 44. Did you know 44 is the new 20? 400. Exciting times here at Stacks when Barry's raising with an 8-10 suited. I don't think he's going to get any action out of this, though. Don't see what Donald's cards are, but we did get a call from Zach. So King 7 of Hearts is going to make the call. And we're going to go heads up to the flop. Oh my goodness. That's a whale of a flop for Barry. He's going to flop trips. And 2 hearts on the turns. This could get kind of nasty here. Oh, but it doesn't. It goes away harmlessly. I'm a little confused about how that went down, but it'll be all right. I seem to be confused a little more often lately. Junior with $30. Carter bumped it up a little bit with $150, and Barry all the way up top with $1,200, leading the way.
I got a $10 straddle from Zach. I have a $20 re-straddle from Donald. Barry action start on you. Oh yeah. 20 to call. Barry calls, Carter folds. 20? 20, yes sir. 7 calls, Will folds, Andrew folds, Chris folds.
Come on, Pat. I'm not a slow roller. I do remember one time some guy having quad aces against me and slow rolling them. I don't remember who that was, though. I think his name was Matt Meppard or something like that. You know, something sounded like that. Can't remember. Pocket kings for Donald. He's going to be all in for 315. Tanya's over here cracking up and dying. She's 4 skeletons over here too, Chelsea. Zach with blind cards, so we don't get to see what Zach has here, but he's either got a 7. If he's got a 7, he's winning. If he's got a pocket pair of jacks, queens, or 8s, he's winning. But at this point, we do not know anything about anything with Zach's hand. All right, Pat, check in later. We'll see you later. Be careful. Don't know what happened here, but Zach did not have the hand to win, apparently.
Players checks 200 at his very corner. Somebody had a straight or it was just no straight?
No, it turns out just kings were
Just blind kings.
Okay.
Yeah,
nothing fancy.
And then Zach is 200 behind, fellas. I thought it was 105.
Between his ace-10, his kings, and the queen jack on the board, there was Broadway, but
Pat
it interacted
Donald
poorly.
folds, Barry folds, Carter calls, Kevin folds. Will folds, Landry calls. Option. Junior checks. 3-door flop. Carter checks. Landry bets 10. Junior folds, Carter calls. Heads up.
Well, have one for me, Pat. Enjoy Twin Peaks. All the pairs of them. Heads up with ace-8 versus ace-7. 7s are going to win this hand. But Carter makes the bet. And he does get the pair to 7s to fold, so he gets the winning hand to fold. A good job by Carter. Carter looking down at pocket fours here. See if he's able to do anything with them or pick up anything with them. Zach, his cards aren't showing up yet, but now there's Dirty Laundry, but it looks like we're 4 ways to a flop, and a Jack 10 ace, 2 spades. Not real sure what Dirty Laundry and Zach have, but looks like we're heads up to the turn. 5 of diamonds on the turn. Walito with an 8-3. Carter with pocket fours. It's going to be checked down with a deuce on the river. Walito, Carter going to make a bet of $30. Walito going to go away unless he really believes it's a straight bluff. But with Carter, there's not many straight bluffs. Nice little pickup for Carter there. $65 profit, and he is going to be up to $235. So he's slowly making a climb up the board here. Barry under the gun with a straddle here. So we got an under the gun straddle for $10. Carter first to act, and Kevin with a 4-3 of spades. He'll be next up. He'll be making making the call. Junior now with the ace king. He's a suited ace king. Chris looking down at a 7-4 clubs. He could make this $10 call, try to sneak in there. And he does. He does make the call. Trying to sneak in with a little 7-4 clubs. And we're going to get calls all the way around the table. So 5-handed. And it's a Jack, Jack 8. 2 hearts on the flop. So Kevin now with a flush draw. And nobody with a jack in their hand. So Donald with a gut shot straight draw. He just doesn't want to see the 10 of hearts come because that would be really gross for his hand. Chris going to go ahead and go away here. And it is a 7. So Barry now picking up a pair of 7s to go with the jacks on the board. Checks around and a river deuce of diamonds. So no help. Barry, of course, is in the lead. The pair of 7s. And he's going to make a little bit of a bet here of $15. And, of course, everyone without a hand is going to fold. And Barry's going to pick up the pot. Oh, no, Junior. Junior with the ace-king makes the call. He shows the ace high. And Barry's going to show a pair of 7s for the win. So Barry making the little bet there, gets one caller and makes an extra $15 on the hand. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, the $3,000 guarantee is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. here at Stack Social Club. $120 max buy-in, $45 minimum buy-in. Great little tournament. Usually always a good pot. Always over the $3,000 usually. Barry now on the button, but a $10 straddle behind him here. So Barry's going to be first to act, $5 more with a three deuce of hearts. Carter making the call with a king 10 off. Kevin as well with cards that we don't get to see. Walito with pocket 2s. Dirty Laundry with connectors. And Junior with an ace 10 going to make the call. Donald, who put out the straddle, is going to simply check with a couple of diamonds. King, king 7 now. So Carter flopping the trips. Everybody else checking around the board. This will be a jack of spades, so no real help for anybody. Carter's still looking good with his king. Making the bet here, $15. He's going to get one call here from Kevin. We don't know what Kevin has still. Everyone else folding around the table, not a surprise. And we're heads up to a river. And the river, 5 of clubs, no help again. So unless Kevin's got a pocket pair of the board, he is pretty much out of there. And he does make the fold to Carter's bet. Carter going to pick up a $75 pot there. And again, continuing to climb the board. He's up to 310 now. Good job, Carter. Barry still leading the way at 1,200 in chips, and Junior trying to climb back at 90 in chips right now. He's got 18 big blinds. If you're out there watching the live stream right now, if you're a sports fan, a football fan, a college football fan, what is your take on the new Big 12 starting next year? Are y'all happy with it, not happy with it? Tell me what you think. Will be 16 teams at the beginning of next football season in 2024. Of 16 teams, including Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado. Carter just picking up some pots here, being able to pick it up with nothing. These people with smaller pairs not willing to pay him off. Excuse me. Don't forget about our bankroll builder tournaments. I believe those are Saturday and Sunday evening. They're $500 guaranteed, $20 buy-in tournaments. So, good way for those of you either newbies or that are just starting out, wanting to learn the game, or those of you who just want to try to start from nothing and work your way up and see how far you can go. Those little bankroll builders are fun little tournaments. No real hands to speak of here. Dirty Laundry with pocket 2 is going to raise it up to, or make the call to 40, excuse me. I don't know where the raise came from, but I thought he raised it to 40, so. Ace, King, 9, 2 diamonds on the flop, so Donald picking up the flush draw. 2 of hearts on the turn, now picking up a set for Dirty Laundry. So Dirty Laundry with the set. He's going to go ahead and bet it out for $85, it looks like. $90, excuse me. Zach folds. Donald, of course, making the call. And Barry going away. So we're heads up to a river. And it's a 4 of diamonds. That's going to give Donald the flush. He's going to wait and see. He's going to lead out here. Donald all in for $515. He's really going to make Dirty Laundry think about it. Wonder if he's actually bluffing here or if he actually picked it up. Hard to go away from a set, but he's got to know at this point. He's got to believe. I mean, this is a great bet the way Donald puts it out there. I mean, you know, moving all in. He's got to really make him think about it and decide whether he's bluffing to win this pot or if he actually hit the flush. Because either way, he's going to bet it the same. Only thing is, I think if Donald makes it a little bit less, he might get a snap call, just a little bit, but I could be wrong. Oh, and he makes the call. Oh, what a great bet for Donald. He's gonna pick up that $400 and something final bet, $425, along with the rest of the pot. That's gonna push him up to about 1,300 in chips. What a great move there. A good bet, the all-in bet there. Really putting dirty laundry to his chips. I really thought he would be able to get away from that. I've seen him find a way to get away from a lot of hands here, but man, that's a tough one right there. Yes, Jordan, it was a tough spot. No, not at all, Jordan. You cannot fault the call. It very easily could have been an all-in bluff there. Chris with a king 9 is going to make the fold, or queen 9, excuse me. Zach's card's just not reading here. I don't understand, but so Donald now leading the way in chips, although I don't think he's leading the way in cumulative winnings. Jack, ace 7 on the flop. 2 diamonds, no flush draws here unless Zach's got one. But we do have a Broadway draw and a small draw here. Barry does not want to see a 10 hit as much as he may think he does. Chris with the 4-5 of hearts and a gut shot straight draw picked up on the turn. It'll be a $75 bet from Zach. Sure would like to see his cards. Not sure why they're not scanning here, but Chris stacking out the chips, but I just don't think he makes the call here. I'd be a little bit surprised. Oh, he does. He does make the... And he does hit the straight. Oh my gosh, wow. He is going to move. He's going to make the call. Oh, geez. All in for $55 from Zach. Chris moving all in, and he does make the... He makes the hand there. Good job. Wow. Looks like Zach's going to get up and head out. He had a pair of 2s. So he didn't have a great hand, but... Wow, he was certainly ahead of Chris until that river. What a call by Chris there on the turn. I really wouldn't imagine him making that call with a gutty, but he must have really read that he was not that Zach didn't have a strong hand, and of course Zach didn't have that many chips left either, so it wasn't going to cost him an entirely lot more of chips. So, somewhat makes sense.
You're good. I think mine's gonna start. Chris folds. Yes, sir. We should have some on the page. Okay. Next. 45 is bet. Carter folds. Kevin calls. Will call. Landon makes the call.
Jack 8 for Barry, and he's going to raise it to $45 with an offsuit jack. Those pocket twos have been hot tonight. They've not necessarily been winners, but they've been out there a lot, that's for sure.
Heads up. Fold.
Excuse me.
Yeah, back. Alright. You're good. No, you're good. It's Chris's button.
Carter's still hanging out near the middle at 350 in chips. He's just got to overtake Kevin with a little bit of chips, but
Barry folds. Carter calls 10. Kevin calls. Will calls.
Carter making the fold here. No, he make the call with the 10-8 off. Kevin with pocket kings and Dirty Laundry with a queen 9 of clubs. We're going to go 5 ways to a flop. It is going to be an ace 10-4. So Chris now picking up the pair of aces. He's going to be ahead of Kevin's kings. And Carter with a 10-8 going to pick up a pair of 10s. A 9 on the turn gives Dirty Laundry a pair of 9s. Carter with making a $10 bet and getting raised to, or making a $15 bet, excuse me, and just getting called. Called all the way around. Chris ahead right now with a pair of aces. And an 8 on the river going to give Carter 2 pair. He's going to be picking up this hand if he doesn't get bluffed out of it. Only possibilities really could beat him is, of course, trips of any kind and straight. So $40 bet here from Carter. Kevin looking around, not real sure what he thinks he could have, but he does make the call. Chris, 40 to call. He hasn't made a decision yet, although his cards are dark. He is going to let it go, and Kevin going to see the bad news with his pocket kings. 2 pair, 10s and 8s. Nice river card for Carter. My bad. Louis calling me out here. Not cutting me any slack, are you, Louis? Just because I ain't been around the game, he's still going to give me shit. That's okay, though. I'll live with it. Jordan must be up from the table because he sure is joining in on the chatter. Taking humor in me getting shit from Louis. Ten, 5 on the flop, and Kevin picking up the trip 10s. While Carter's got the pair of 5s to go with it. Walito and Donald's hands not showing up for some reason. Just cannot keep these things showing up very well, and it's a 9 on the turn. So Carter with 9s and 5s, probably not realize, or 9s and 10s. He doesn't realize he's behind here, probably. He should. No way Carter could win this hand, but Kevin going to lead out here. What's Carter going to do? Rangers all the way, Jordan. Rangers all the way. Oh, and Carter making the call. Going to get to see that 10. He paid to see it. Rangers going to put it together down the stretch there, Jordan. I'm an Astros fan, but I can no longer root for them very heavily, especially when the Rangers are doing good as well, because the worst move baseball could have made was putting them, at the very worst, was putting them in the AL West. That was about as stupid as it gets. They should have put them in the Central. They should have put them either in the AL Central or just left them in the National League is what they really should have done. Jordan. Jordan says Mariners, baby. Oh, my gosh. Isn't that a AAA team up there in Seattle? Swear it is. Barry raising it up with the ace 4 of hearts, making it 40 to go, it looks like, or 35. And we're going to be heads up to a flop, and ace king 7. Ace king 7, Donald making the call. We get check, check. It is another spade on the turn, so Barry now looking at a chance to lose to a flush. He does make the bet, and Donald, of course, making the call. And the river is going to be a 3 of hearts. No help for Donald. Barry's still looking at it. Looking at a winner there with $30. Donald's still leading the way in chips, but Barry leading the way in cumulative winnings, that's for sure. Doing pretty well with the like button, but as you come in to watch, but there's still a few of you in here. If you're in here and you're watching, please go ahead and hit that like button. It'll help to continue to get that content out. The sad part about it, Jordan, is I don't know if you're familiar with the sale of the Astros, but when Bob McNair sold, he was basically blackmailed or extorted into moving the Astros into the AL West. Major League Baseball was not going to approve his sale if he did not move them to the West, or if the new owner didn't agree to move them to the West, or whatever it was. But basically, baseball forced that, and I think that was a bunch of shit, because if you want to be honest, ruining the chances for an All Texas World Series just is garbage, personally. So young ace Carter flopping a pair of queens. He is ahead right now, but Chris with a pocket fours as well. Carter probably not sure that he's ahead. Donald making the bet, though. It looked like Donald made the bet. He does make the bet of $45. Carter making the call. Carter, of course, with the pair of queens. He's got top pair. He's not necessarily going anywhere. 5 of diamonds, no help for Donald at all. Carter, of course, staying ahead, and it's going to go check to the river, and it is going to be a 2 of hearts. So Carter still leading the way here. Of course, top pair with not a great kicker, so he probably just makes a call here. He probably doesn't raise. It does look like a $65 or $70 bet. 70. Carter really hesitating here, though. He's really got to be more just trying to decide if his kicker is any good. He does make the call, and he is going to show the winner, so Carter's going to pick up that hand. It's a good call by Carter. Junior with pocket nines, and Kevin, of course, with cards that aren't showing up. Carter going to make the call to $5. So it looks like we're going to go 3 ways to a flop with an 8-5 of hearts as well in there. Ten of diamonds on the turn. No help for anybody really. Carter does pick up a flush draw here, but it's not a very good one. But it is an 8 on the river. So now Carter picking up a pair of 8s. He's still behind. Of course, he's going to bet it now. Junior, though, with 3 overs on the board. He's not going to chance it, and he's going to go away and make the fold. Carter with a great bet here, picking up the win, and it shows the 8. Oh, showing the pair of 9s. Take a quick break here, guys. I'll be right back. See if you can hear that table talk. Let me know if you can hear it. Leave it in the chats if you can. I'm gonna mute the mic. I'm gonna be quiet for just a second, and then I'm gonna mute the mic. Tell me if you can hear it and if it gets louder when I mute my mic. All right, I'm back, and it looks like Carter just keeps picking up hand after hand. Moving right on up the leaderboard. I think that said he was in third right now. Whatever it is, he's doing fairly well. Those of you watching the stream, tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you think about Tech's football record this year. What do you think they're going to be? Tell me, and I'll let you know what I think here in just a little bit. I'll give you a hint. I think their record's going to be pretty dang good. And I think if I was a betting man, I'd be betting that Tech is going to hit their over on wins for sure. Well, there's one person I should be blocking right away. Go Longhorns. Let me guess. They're back, right? Is that what you're going to say next? Texas is back. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even make the title game. We've seen those pocket nines an awful lot tonight as well. Dirty Laundry raising it to 25. Barry, of course, making the call with the 4-3 of clubs, doing his best Brenton impression here. 6-8 Jack on the flop, so Chris with a pair of 8s. He's behind the pair of 9s, but he does pick up a pair. He does check it and gets checked around. And King on the turn is going to give Dirty Laundry the top pair now. So Donald no longer having the lead there. All right, back from a little bit of a break here. Another pocket pair of fours. We've seen those quite a few times tonight as well. Donald with an ace-7 is going to make the call. Barry with 5 already in it, probably going to make the call as well. Go to the flop with an 8-9 deuce, or 8-9-7, excuse me, on the flop. 8-9-7 on the flop, so pair of sevens for Donald. Barry, of course, going to take a stab at it for $35. He's going to represent some sort of hand. Yeah, Jordan, that's the crap of it right there. All those states can have interstate World Series, but Texas can't. The state of Texas, that is. Junior with an ace-7 of diamonds here, and Donald with a 6-4 of spades. Donald raising it up to 20. And he's going to get called in a couple of places here, that's for sure. Junior with an ace-7. Junior actually lets it go. The ace-7 of diamonds goes away. Wow, so he gets one call. And probably not from the place I was thinking that he would. He gets 2 calls, excuse me. Carter over here trying to be sneaky with an 8-4. He has been hitting fairly decently, so why not? But Walito with top pair here, going to make the bet, and he's going to get 2 quick folds out of this table, and he's going to pick up the hand. No hands really showing up yet. Young ace, Carter here, going to make it. He's going to, looks like he just calls. I thought he raised it. With a 7-5. Carter getting a little bit loose here later on in the stream here. He's been picking up a lot of hands, so I guess he's started trying to test the waters, see if he's hot or not. No real great hands to speak of here. Queen 10 with Barry, the best hand at this point. And Queen, oh my goodness. So Barry flopping top pair with queens, but Kevin actually flopping the boat with 4s full of queens. And he is going to bet out here. He's going to get some quick folds. Bet the $10. Not a very sneaky bet there. I think that's going to get read pretty easily. Barry being the only one that's probably going to make that call. Looks like he actually might have raised it up to 30, but I think he called. Yeah, he did call. And, of course, Carter. Carter here just throwing money away at this point. And a 3 on the turn. One of probably 2 cards that would actually keep Carter in this hand. Going to check around. It's a 6. Oh, my gosh. So Carter picks up the straight. He does pick up the hand that he wants, but he is way behind here. Barry going to bet with the pair of queens. Carter with the straight's going to bet it here. He's going to raise it up. He's going to raise it up to $50. Now let's see what Kevin does here. The smart bet here would be to go ahead and raise it on up a little bit. Oh, Kevin makes an all-in bet. Oh, my goodness. Kevin goes all in with $255. And Carter makes the call. Wow. Carter seems all flustered, but I mean, it's hard. I mean, man, you got to at least contemplate the boat there. I mean, I know it's hard to see, but there was only a $5 pre-flop raise, and Kevin was already in for 5 of it anyway, so it's not like he was going to go anywhere pre-flop. So having of course, having the boat versus having the straight too is fairly unlikely. So I mean, I understand why Carter makes the call there. It's just, man, it would have been a tough hand to fold. I mean, you hit the straight on the river, you're probably pretty excited about the turn of events there, but wow, what a river. Detrimental for Carter, but great for Kevin.
Waiting for a better hand to queen four.
3-3-9 on the flop here. Nothing really. Carter picking up the pair of nines. He's going to be a little bit tilted here, so you don't want to see him. He doesn't want to go too crazy here. Real easy for him to turn out of the winning hand here. He's probably going to be a little bit on edge. He could be looking out for that 3 after the way that other hand played out. Would not be surprised. There's a 2 of clubs, so Carter feeling a little bit better about things right here. Carter going to lead out for 10. And Barry going to take a chance here or take a minute to think about it. He's going to go ahead and make the call. Oh my gosh, and a 2 on the river. So Carter just getting beat up on the river here. He's going to bet $10 again. Barry going to raise it up. And he's going to get 10 more out of him. And the river deuce. The river deuce going to get Carter there. Carter just getting beat up on the river now. He went from certainly getting the hands to certainly getting beat on the hands. Yes, sir, Louis. That happens, especially when you start chipping up and you thinking you're on a heater and you're really just catching a few good hands. It's hard to keep those winnings when you start floating those hands. King 10 of clubs here from Johnny. He's going to raise it up to 15. Carter going to make the call. And Dirty Laundry, he's going to make the call as well, and we're going to go to a flop. 8-8-5, 2 clubs. So Johnny with the flush draw here. Donald with 2 pair. So no club on the Turner River, and Donald's going to be ahead with the pair of 5s, but just a matter of whether Johnny decides to get aggressive or not, he could very well end up winning this hand, or at least winning the pot. Don't want to forget about tomorrow night's $3,000 guarantee tournament, 7 p.m. tomorrow night here at Stacks. $120 buy-in, or $120 max buy-in, $45 minimum.
What do you mean? What do you mean overwash it? And did James grout that whole floor?
Landry bet 40.
Well, what do you mean overwashed it? What does that mean?
Interesting hand here, pocket fours versus pocket sixes. Both persons need the other one's out for a straight, and if the other one hits their trips, then the other one has a straight. But neither one hits. Pocket fours is going to hit the wheel, actually. So Carter with the wheel is going to pick up that pot. So Carter with a few more outs there hits his deuce. So Jordan's stepping out of the box now. Had a good night there. And we're going to see Tanya coming in. Tanya coming into the box now. So Tanya coming in here dealing good cards, at least fairly decent cards to all the people in there. Just about 3 of the 4 queens are out. 2 of the 4 nines are out. So, but you got queen 2 suited and a 2, 3, 9. So she hits just about everybody on the board. Walito and Dirty Laundry both flopping top pair. Of course, Johnny with the queen deuce of clubs, not just catching bottom pair. Barry with 2 overs is going to go away. He's not going to continue on with that. The $55 bet from Donald, though, with a queen jack, he's going to try to take advantage right now of those little cards being on the board. It's going to be raised to 180 by Walito. He really believes his hand is good, and he does get a call from Dirty Laundry. So another deuce on the turn now. So we're going to be 9s and deuces. So right now we're coming down to kickers, and it's going to be the 9 with the ace of Dirty Laundry is going to be the hand to win here. We'll see 9s and 9s with the ace is going to win it. So Dirty Laundry picking up a good sized pot on that flop. A little bit surprising. Do still have our hours promotion going, or our hours tournament. 100 hours. First 20 people to 100 hours is going to play for $6,500. Be a true $6,500 free roll. There's no way to buy in. You can't buy the hours, or pay just to get in the tournament. There are no rebuys. There are no add-ons. So this tournament is a true free roll in every sense of the word. You do, of course, you pay your club fee, which you always pay just to play regardless. And, of course, there'll be a dealer appreciation. But as far as the free roll itself, it is a true free roll because you do not have to pay the dealer appreciation. $6,500. First 20 players to 100 hours. Once you've hit 100 hours, for every hour you go over, you get an additional 1,000 in chips until the last person hits, the 20th person hits 100 hours. So if you have 275 hours when that 20th person hits it, you get an extra 175,000 in chips. Ten, 6, 9 on the flop. So Johnny was going to be all in with top pair. Of course, the 7 went away, so the straight draw is gone. But you have a 9 in 2 places. It's going to be an 8, so the 7 would have hit the straight. So whoever had the 7 just basically folded a winner. And it's going to be a 7 on the board, so there's going to be a straight on the board. We're going to have a straight on the board. Everybody's going to hit the straight. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. It's what we like to call a socialist pot. Everybody wins. Everybody gets an equal piece. Nobody really wins. Donald and Barry both with 1,200 in chips. Carter taking a bit of a hit there. Barry going to be looking down at a king-queen suited here, so not a bad hand to get started with here. We don't get to see Junior's cards. Chris going to fold his hand as well. Looks like it's probably going to get folded around. Kevin may make a call here, depending on what Barry does. So we do have 4 ways to a flop. Queen, deuce, 5. So Carter with a pair of deuces here. And Donald with a pair of 5s. But Barry and Willito with top pair, both. Kevin going to go away. Carter, of course, betting 10. And he's going to get called in 3 places. It's like a 5 on the turn. Excuse me, a 7 on the turn, so no real help for anyone. Heads up to the river, and Barry's going to take the win here. Queen Ace 5, 2 clubs. Donald with the flush. Barry raising to 75. So Donald making the bet of $35 or $30, and Barry going to raise it up to $75, and he's going to get called here. And another 5 on the turn is going to give no help to anyone really. Kevin with the 2 pair, Donald with the flush, and Barry with the pair of aces. Going to get checked around, and Barry's going to go ahead and bet it out. Barry with the $75 bet, or $50 bet, excuse me. Kevin making the call, and of course Donald's going to make the call here. I can't imagine he goes away with a flush. He does not. So unless a queen or an ace comes on the river, or a 5. So Donald here is going to have the winning hand. It's just a matter of whether anybody can bet him off of it or not. I don't think that I would be able to be bet off that hand, but... And it's going to get checked around, so he is going to win. So VPIP right now, Chris at 20%, Donald up there at the top with 60%, Barry and Carter right behind him. Carter's VPIP has picked up an awful lot in the last hour probably, so he's really picked up on that VPIP for sure. Dirty Laundry with a king 9 of spades now. He's going to raise it up, he's going to raise it up to 20. Chris going to make the call with a 7-4 of spades. So my mic is making very loud noises. Ace King 10 on the flop. Dirty Laundry flopping the pair of kings. Bet from Walito here and going to get called by Dirty Laundry with the pair of kings. Looks like Barry's gotten up from the table, so he's made his exit. And a pair of 5, a 5 on the board now with 2 hearts. No flushes. So Walito picking up the $110 with a Jack 3. Good betting. Chris with a Jack 9 raising up to $20, and Carter with Ace 10 going to make the call. Kevin as well. We're going to see a Deuce 6-9, 2 diamonds on the flop. So Chris flopping top pair. Kevin, of course, we still don't get to see what his cards are, and Chris going to lead out for $30 here. Carter, unsurprisingly, probably makes this call here, although he should probably slow down from being behind. He is going to make the fold. Good job, Carter. It's tempting with 2 overs to go ahead and make that call there, but you're not ever really sure what Chris flops. He could have flopped 2 pair. He could have flopped anything. New York Dank says, cheering for Carter. Well, I'm sure he appreciates it. Thanks for joining the chat and joining the stream. Hit that like button. Got about an hour and 15 minutes left with you guys here, so Donald leading the way now with 1,500 in chips, and Dirty Laundry not too far behind him. He's got 990. And Carter still hanging around there in the middle almost with 215. Carter's card's now hidden from us. Dirty Laundry with a Jack 8 suited here. Chris would tend to call with a King 6, and he's going to probably make the call. It looks like he probably does as well. Johnny, the King Deuce offsuit, 8-7 for Donald, and of course, like I said, Carter's cards not being able to be seen. And 3 spades on the flop, and Chris just flops the flush right off the bat. Flush flopping. Dirty Laundry with an open ender. He doesn't want to hit it, even though he might think he does. He does not. Chris now betting 25 out there. Little bit of a fishing bet, hopefully, for him. Johnny makes the fold. Donald folds as well. And Carter folds. And Chris is going to pick up the pot here. Carter with King 10. Junior 8-4 of clubs, going to be all in for 20. And Carter and Johnny both flopping a piece of that pot. Although Carter's still got the outs. He needs a 10 or a queen right now to take the lead. It's going to be a 3, so no help. And a 6. So Junior all in with the 8-4 is going to lose this hand here. And he's going to make his exit from the table. Carter with a Queen 8 offsuit, and Donald with a King 6 offsuit. They're going to be going heads up here. Let's see where it gets around. Johnny with an 8-10 of clubs, 8 deuce of clubs going to be in there as well. It's going to be a Jack 9-10, so the Queen 8 is going to pick up the straight, so Carter's going to pick up the straight off the flop. Of course, he's only bested by a King Queen. But it looks like Junior's going to be sitting back at the table here. Carter with a bet of $25 here. And Johnny going to go away. Donald going to go away as well. And he's going to show the flopped nut, or not the nuts, second nuts. Carter now with the top V-pip here. Saying the mic has a lot of static. It's strange because I'm not hearing it on my my feed that I have. Let me see here. Young Ace with a King Jack off, and Donald raises it to 20. Donald with a 7-6, raising to $20 here. Dirty Laundry making the call with an Ace-10 suited, and Chris with a Queen 9 off. So 4 ways to a flop. It's going to be a 9-10-6. So Dirty Laundry picking up the top pair. Of course, Carter with the straight draw. Chris with a second pair here as well. Chris going to go away. Dirty Laundry with the $50 bet. And Carter going to go away as well. Donald making the call, though, with a pair of sixes. 3 of diamonds. Going to put in the flush draw in play. Yeah, Carter. Yeah, Lewis, I think it... Louis, I think it did tilt him a little bit. Lido raising to 15 with pocket fours. Nine on the turn. Carter still ahead with the aces and a queen on the river. So Carter going to win this hand unless he's bet out of it. I don't see that happening. He's going to lay out $20. Lido contemplating. He's going to make the call here. So Dirty Laundry climbing the list. He's right behind Donald now with 1,100 in chips. Of course, Carter looking down at a 9 for a spades here. I'm going to try to be sneaky with that, I'm sure. Junior with the ace-10 off. Walito's card's not exposed at this point, and Donald with a 10-3. So making the check. We're going to go 5 ways to a flop. Chris with a 7-6 off. Ace-5 queen. So Junior now picking up a pair of aces, but Carter picking up the flush draw off the flop. And Carter, not surprising if he's in a bet here, and he makes a little bet of $5 here. Chris going to get out of the way here with his nothing. A raise to $10 from Junior with top pair. So Carter now knows he's probably got an ace on the hook. Just hoping to see a flush here. Of course, we don't know what Walito has. So there's now a 4 on the turn. So Carter now picking up a pair to go with his flush draw. We're going to see a check around. And it's going to be a 6 of hearts on the river. So no help. Going to get a check from Walito and Junior. Carter going to go ahead and put a bet out there, and he's going to end up getting called here. It's a $25 bet. I don't see Junior going away. He does make the call, and of course Carter loses. I'm going to remind you all again about the $3,000 guarantee tomorrow night at 7 p.m. $120 max buy-in, $45 minimum buy-in. Dirty Laundry with an ace-8 of clubs here. He's going to make the call. Junior with a 10-2 making the fold. Chris, card's not available to us yet. Let's see what Carter's got. Carter's going to look down at pocket jacks. He's going to raise it up to 20. And I assume he'll probably get one call. Ace 8 6 on the flop, so Dirty Laundry flopping 2 pair. Chris's card's still not exposed, but Dirty Laundry going to make a bet of $50 here, $40 here. And Chris, I would assume probably either with an ace or 2 diamonds, going to raise it up to 130 or 145. Chris raising it up to 140 here, or maybe it's 120 he's raised it to. And all in and a call for 460. So Chris must have a pretty monster hand here. Maybe he flops the trips. He does hit a diamond if he's got diamonds. But to no avail on the river. So Chris showing a ace 6 of diamonds. So did he hit 2 pair? He got... So he had the flush. Junior now with a 9-10 offsuit. Chris looking down after that big win. He's going to look down at a queen 3 and folding around to Carter, who's got an ace queen offsuit. He's going to raise it up to 20, and it's going to be folded around. Lito's going to make the call to 20. We're going to be heads up to a flop. Queen 8-4, 2 clubs. Carter flopping top pair here. Carter now looking down with a pair of 6s in his hand after picking up that last hand. Chris with an ace queen and Johnny with queen 5. Junior and Walito's hands not exposed, but Carter does flop a 6. So Carter flopping trip aces here with $100 in his hand. Carter with that $10 bet's going to get calls pretty much all the way around the table. everybody with an over wanting to see if they can hit. Of course, they really don't want to. Don't know what Junior has, but a 10 on the turn. 10 on the turn going to give Donald the top pair now. Also going to bring in the straight possibility, but Carter looking like right now he's still leading away with a pair with trip sixes. So set of sixes. Junior going to go ahead and go away as well. Carter making the bigger bet. Or making the call, excuse me. Donald with the bet of 40. So Donald... set of six is going to win over Donald's two pair. Donald and Chris now leading away with $1,300 and $1,200 respectively in chips. Another pair of sixes for Carter. Let's see what happens here with him. See if he can flop another one. Got Big Slick in there as well as pocket twos. One of his outs already out there though. Queen of Spades now on the turn. No help for anyone, but Junior's still with the set, so he's still leading the way here. Only help for Carter's if he can hit a 6 on the river here, or a spade. 6 or a spade wins it for Carter if he's able to stay in the hand, but he's not going to. He actually does make the call. Wow, so we're going to be heads up to a river. And it's going to be a 5 of clubs. So Carter with the snap fold on the bet here, and Junior's going to win this pot. Kevin with an ace-jack offsuit. He's going to call the $10 to straddle. Junior with a 9-8 of clubs going to make the call as well, while Chris folds his ace-6. Johnny going to look down with ace-queen offsuit, while Donald looks out an ace-jack suited. So we got ace-jack twice, so aces are super cheap. Jacks are kind of cheap as well. Be raised to $40 here from Donald. Johnny gonna make the fold here. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Junior making the fold there. Johnny making the call. And Kevin calls. Oh no, Johnny moving all in with $125. We're going to get a call or an all in with the other ace-jack. So ace-jack versus ace-jack. Oh no, that's ace-queen. Threes and sevens with an ace. Going to chop this pot up. Eternal coming in here shouting for Carter. Got another Carter fan in here right now. He's been having a steady climb back. He was doing good early on and took a bad hit there and just made a steady climb back. Walito raising to 20 with ace king offsuit, and Junior with an ace 8 offsuit, excuse me. Johnny with a 7-4 of clubs going to make the fold. Eight three jack on the flop. Junior with a $80 win there. Donald at 1,300 leading in chips. Chris right on his heels at 1,200. And Carter with 200. And Johnny leading or bringing up the caboose with 150 in chips. Don't forget about our bankroll builders on Saturday and Sunday evenings at 7. It's a $20 buy-in, $500 guarantee. Be a nice little tournament for beginners or just a nice little tournament to start out and see how you can build a bankroll. So it's 3-6 jack, 2 diamonds. Jack 7 is going to be betting it up with $35, and we're going to get a ace king heads up with a queen on the turn. Going to give Broadway draw to Big Slick, so he picks up a few more outs. Jack 7 still ahead, although he could have turned behind, but he's going to bet $50 to see. Carter with the essential gutty is not going to make the call. So Walito with pocket 9s now. Junior with a 10 deuce. Walito raising it to 15. Going to be folded around to Johnny. His card's not showing up yet. He's going to look down at an ace-jack suited, so he's going to flat here. I would have probably 3-bet that with an ace-jack, but Carter making the call with a queen 10. So a 9-5-3, Kevin flopping a pair of nines, but Walito flopping the set. Donald flopping 2 pair as well. So this could turn into a pretty spicy hand here. 2 pair over set, top set. I have a bet from Donald of $30. Johnny going to go away here, and rightfully so, but it's going to be 3 ways to a turn. It's going to be a 2 of diamonds on the turn, so Johnny could be getting frustrated here. He could end up with the winning hand. But no help to the 3 left. All in $13K from Walito. And you're going to get a call from Donald. Oh my goodness. And it's a 4 on the turn. And ouch. Donald taking the big monster hit here. Walito with $100 and some odd left. So it wasn't as big as a hit as I thought. But I didn't see his stack. But still, true double up for Walito there. Plus. So great job. Nice there. Nice hand there, flopping those 9s. King 10 9 on the flop, 2 diamonds. Got a Broadway draw for both hands, Kevin and Donald. Both needing each other's low card for their out. With a 2 on the turn, it's no help for anybody. Yes, Eternals, the buy-in's still 100. And a 10 on the river. No help for anybody, but right now Kevin's going to be the winner. Or he's got the winning hand with the 2 top cards, I should say. So bet of 75 to Donald here. He's going to make the call, and he's going to see the bad news yet again. Chris looking down at an ace-10 of clubs, raising it to $20, and Johnny's cards here. folds around. Mo now sitting down at the table. He's got a 9-8 offsuit. Don't be surprised if he makes the call, which he does not. I'm surprised that he folded. Carter, Jack 10 of diamonds, going to make the call, and Kevin with a King 5 of diamonds. So this could get ugly if diamonds diamonds come. Carter flopping top pair though, but Chris with top pair as well with a bigger kicker. All in from Carter, and he's going to get a snap call here from Chris, no doubt. And this could be the end for Carter. I mean, he's got to have a... Oh, no. Oh, he had to have the jack hit on the river. The jack or a 9 would have, or 4 would have helped. Carter taking his exit here. Yes, you do have to pay for time. It's $12 an hour unless you buy it in bulk. You can buy 5 hours, 10 hours, or 20 hours. Yeah, that's a tough one to see Carter go there. He actually had a pretty good run there for a little bit, but this was not meant to be tonight. So Junior flopping a set of 3s here. Of course, there's a top pair with the ace and a 6, so giving pocket 3s the boat here. Chris now leading away in chips. He's at 1,300, while Donald's in second place with 900. Kevin with ace jack and Mo with king 9 here. All making the call. Donald with the check. 10-5-3. So Donald with the pair of 10s. And Johnny flopping the gutty. He needs a 4 here. That would be brutal for Donald because it would give him the 2 pair while the straight over here. So pocket jacks from Mo. Kevin with an ace-5 of diamonds, and we're 6 ways to a flop. 2 face cards on the flop. I can't tell if that's King King or King Jack, and it is King Jack. So King Jack on the flop here. Mo flopping the set. Junior flopping the second pair. Oh, is that a king on the turn? That could get brutal. It is a king on the turn, giving Mo the boat. Unfortunately for him, no one has diamonds in their hand. He's going to move all in for $65. He could very well get a call here from Junior, who does have the pair of jacks. That second king makes it awful enticing. And for $65, he does fold, though. And Mo's going to make the win there. Pocket force for Walito here, and he's just going to raise it up to 20, it looks like. Mo with pocket aces now. He's going to raise it to 70. So pocket aces versus 7-6 here. So Donald flopping a straight draw here. He's flopped the gutty. And Mo's going to move all in for 145 here. And he got a snap call here from Donald. He needs a 4 and a 4 only. And he is not going to catch it. Junior with an ace king of spades looking down now. Chris going to make the call with just a simple king queen jack. Jack 8-5 on the flop, so Chris flopping top pair here. Kevin as well, but Chris with a bigger kicker. And Walito, his cards are not exposed, so we don't see what he has. Chris going to bet out $15 here. Or excuse me, Walito betting $15 here. A queen on the turn now. 2 pair for Chris, but a straight draw for... Oh, and a queen on the river. So... I mean, a 3... queen on the river, yeah. Pocket kings for Kevin. We're going to be heads up here. Kevin and Donald with a 7-5 for Donald. Heads up to the flop, and we're going to see looks like a king on the flop. So it looks like we're going to get a set right off the bat. It is a set of kings and a 7. We're going to get a check and a check on the flop, and then we're going to get a bet here on the turn from Donald, $35. Step away here to grab a water. I'll be right back. Five three of Walito making the 6-high straight there.
say that. I was just always wanting to say that. You'll see it on the screen.
Yeah, oh,
That's what it is.
Oh, Louis, don't even. Even this mouth needs a break once in a while, Louis. Come on now. Chris right now leading the way with cumulative winnings at 835. I want to say Barry probably is the big winner tonight so far. I want to say his cumulative winnings were a little bit more than that. But both of them doing well. Kevin with a 10 King of Hearts. And Johnny with a Queen 3 of Hearts. So this could... Hearts on this board could get a little bit nasty. Junior with a King Jack. And Chris with 9-6 of spades. Chris raising it with the 9-6 of spades. Always, forever the sneaky. And he does pick up a pair of 9s here. Pair of 3s for Johnny. He's got bottom pair. Chris going to make a little bit of a bet here. $40. Quick fold there from Junior. Not Junior, sorry. But Junior does fold, and Chris is going to pick up the pot here. Good job. Hey, you know for real. You know, Louis. I talk enough. I talk enough for a lot of people. Why do you think they don't have two people commentating? Just every once in a while I need a little break, all right, my man? I'm long-winded, but not that long-winded. Donald with a 59% VPIP and Junior down at the bottom with 30% VPIP. Chris just a slightly ahead of him at 31%. Those pocket sixes out here again. Junior with pocket sixes this time. Mo and Walito's cards not exposed, but a Jack 10-3 on the flop. So Donald with two pair. He's going to be taking over the lead from the cards that we can see. Although Chris is there with a flush draw. Chris leading away at 1,400 in chips. Johnny bringing up the tail end with 30. Mo picking up some chips now with 425, and Kevin right in the middle at 465. King 8 from Kevin with Chris and a Queen 10 and Mo with a King 6 of hearts. King Jack 4 on the flop. So Mo and Kevin both flopping top pair, but of course Kevin with a little bit better kicker. Chris flopping the open-ended straight draw, while Walito and Donald's cards both still unseen. Walito making the fold though, and Donald betting 20. So gotta wonder what Donald's got under there with that flop. And a jack on the turn. So now, Kevin and Mo still with top 2 pair. Kevin still winning with a better kicker. Donald betting out 20 again. Got to wonder what he's got. He must have a jack under there. A 2 on the river, no help, and Kevin's going to be the winning hand here. Mo playing from behind with a smaller kicker. His only chance is to be able to bluff him off, and not going to happen because you're going to get a check here. Kevin, though, however, going to bet. Chris going to go away. Let's see what Donald does here. At 12:10. Okay. Looks like we're going to be going just a few minutes long tonight, so we got about 30 more minutes with you guys instead of 20. Chris with 1,400 in chips again, still. Walito right there in the middle. So Walito the button now, 5 on the button. Junior going to look down under the gun. Not sure what he's got there. Chris folding. And Johnny going to fold as well. Or Johnny actually all in for 30. Going to get a call from Donald with an ace-7 and a fold from Mo. Walito with a king 10 as well, and Junior with an ace-3 of clubs. Ace-4-7. So Donald now flopping 2 pair. Donald with 2 pair. There are 2 hearts on the board, so Walito has an outside chance of winning this hand if a couple of hearts come. Johnny with cards that are not exposed still. Got a bet of $85 here from Donald. Junior going to go away here, so it's going to be between Johnny and Donald for the pot. And a 4 on the river. Let's see what we got here. Donald with ace-7, so he's still got what looks to be the best hand. It's going to be a hard hand to beat unless Johnny's got a 4 down there or an ace-4. Chris with a king, queen, and Donald with a 10-4. Chris raising it to 20, Donald going away. Mo with a queen, 6 of spades going to fold. Kevin makes the call, and Junior with 15 to go going to make it as well. He's got a queen, 8 of spades, or jack, 8 of spades, excuse me. Ace 7 10. So a flop draw for a straight draw flop for Junior, but Chris going to make the bet with the pair of, or with no pair, and he's going to pick up the pot. Pocket threes for Kevin. We've seen those quite a few times tonight as well. 6-3 for Donald. And a 6-9 of clubs. Chris's pocket queens now. And he's going to pick up the pot with just a simple raise. $10-8 for Junior. We're going to get folded around here. Looks like we're going to be heads up with an 8-3 versus 10-8 and a 7-5 deuce on the flop. No help for anybody. Another 7 on the turn. Help for nobody again. And a 10 on the river. 3 hearts. Does nobody any good as well, except the 10 helps out Junior with a pair of 10s. He's going to let out just a little bit here, see if he can't get a little bit of money out of Mo. And, of course, Mo. Chris leading the way still with 1,400 in chips. Of course, we're down to 6 players. Junior with 300 and Kevin right in the middle at 590. Those pocket fours again. And a 10-10-5, so Mo flopping the set now. Excuse me, trips. Flopping trip 10s. He's going to make a bet of $30 here. Should get folds from everywhere around the table. Kevin could make the call just to see, but he's proven to be a fairly tight player, so. And a 5 on the turn. Mo the 10 junior making the call. The queen 9, he's going to go ahead and make the fold now. Pocket aces for junior, and we're going to be 5 ways to a flop, so anything can happen. And a deuce 3-4. So a 6 could give Mo here the straight. And with a 2-3, Chris has a wheel draw or a 6-eye straight draw. An ace would be devastating for junior here. And Walito's cards, his cards are blank here. Going to a turn here, 4 ways, and a 9 on the turn, no help. Excuse me, 5 ways to a turn. Walito's card's not exposed, so we're not really sure what he has here, but Mo with the gut shot straight still. He needs Donald to hit his 6. Junior's still sitting here. He's going to make the call. He's just going to flat for 25. Chris still here with an open ender. And an ace, like I said, an ace again would still be devastating. A 6 would be devastating for Chris, though. And it is an ace on the river. So Chris picking up the wheel with the 4-card straight. Junior got to be excited with the trip aces. He's certainly probably not going to see the 2 coming. Chris, of course, leading out for 35. He can't get away from it. Of course, Mo with nothing. He can't very well make the call either. But Junior, he's got to make a call or a move here. What he's got to wonder is if that's the case ace and Chris has an ace in his hand. What does Junior do here? Does he? You almost got to imagine he makes the raise here. I mean, to just make the call is actually discipline, I feel like. Just to make the call there. Most people are going to raise in that position there. They're going to raise him there. Now, they may raise and see if he raises back and fold, but that's a very disciplined call for Junior, in my opinion. Ace 3 versus Ace 9 right now. An 8-3-9 here. So Junior picking up a pair of 9s. Mo with a pair of 3s. Kevin with an Ace 9. I wish they would have, Louie. I wish they would have. It's the only way you get aces to win there is if he shoves the turn. He had enough in his hand to make Chris fold that. Chris was already thinking about it for 35. So 8-4 versus Ace-9 here. Kevin with the lead here with a middle pair with a top kicker. Donald with a pair of 8s. And a 5 on the river. So no help for Donald. Kevin with the winning hand here. Going to be hard for Donald to bet him off, but he may take a stab at it. He is. He is going to try to bet him off of it with about a $60 bet is what it looks like. I agree, Louis. Chris folds for sure. It's a 115 bet. Excuse me. Donald does get Kevin to fold with the 120 with a bet of 115. Wow, good bet from Donald. So a pair of 7s with 3 clubs on the board for Kevin here. Oh, Quavo, come on now. Come on now, bro. You know better than that. Telling me that. You know I'm shoving on the turn with those aces. I'm sure not betting 35. I may not shove, but I'm not betting 35 on that turn with those aces. Not with a 3-card straight already on the board. So, stop it. Stop it, Quavo. Mo getting back just in time to look at his cards here, and he's going to look down at a Queen 8. Tanya with a good job of throwing those right there on the sensor for us to be able to read them. Kevin making the call with a King Jack. Walito with an Ace-7 and a Chris with an Ace-Queen. Chris making the raise to $25 with Ace-Queen off. Damn, Lou. Killing me here. Got all the haters in the chat now. That's cold-blooded. You know I ain't shoving on the river there. Killing me here. Mo with the Ace-8 of clubs here, and Kevin with a Jack-3 of clubs. Junior with pocket 3s. Chris with a King-9 of hearts. Five ways to a flop, and we're going to get a deuce, 5, 7 on the flop here. An 8 on the turn. Get Mo picking up the pair of 8s, picking up top pair, top kicker. Got a bet of 35 from Donald and a queen on the river. Mo going to be the winner in this hand unless he gets bet out of it for some reason. Mo picking up that nice little $135 pot. Jack 3 deuce on the flop. 2 clubs, no help for anybody really. No real big hit. Got a bunch of backdoor straights possible here. Donald with the bet, and he's going to pick up that quick little pot there. You know, talking some serious trash over there now. I ain't ever thrown the cards at the dealer, and you know that, Louie. You stop that. So Chris with pocket kings, he's going to raise it up to 25 and get a call from Donald. Kevin with king queen, it's going to hurt Chris's chances of tripping up, so he really doesn't want to see an ace here on the flop. Junior with a 6-3 of diamonds going to go away, but Walito with a jack 9 making the call as well. We do see an ace on the flop, so... Oh, but it looks like the case king had a hit? No, that's a jack. So an ace on the flop. Chris's kings are near dead at this point. He's a 5% equity in this hand. Walito with his pair of jacks, though, checking around. And a 10 on the turn. So now Kevin leading the way with a pair with Broadway. So Broadway for Kevin. So now a king no help for Chris, so he really doesn't want to see the case king here. And it's a 10 on the river, so Kevin's still ahead with Broadway. Got about 6 more minutes here with you. Donald with the pair of aces making that call, and he's going to lose to the Broadway. Donald with that 60% VPIP might have kind of got him in trouble tonight. He got caught up in a few tough hands where he was having a hard time on the river. Mo with a king 6 of diamonds here. Got about 5 more minutes here, so probably a couple of more hands with you. Junior with a queen 8 off, and Chris with a 7-8 of clubs. Donald with a 9-6 going to raise it up to $40. Mo going to go away. Junior probably going to go away as well. It's 30 to call for him. Getting late in the night, but he's going to make the fold. Chris, however, with an 8-7 of clubs, probably does not take him on heads up with an 8-7, but he could. He does decide to make the call. So a 10-8 ace, Chris flopping the pair of 8s. Donald, however, making the raise pre-flop, is in a really good position to continuation bet here and pick up this pot. He does make a bet of $40. Chris could decide whether he's playing with a smaller pocket pair and try to bluff him later. Chris does make the call. However, that is a straight draw for Donald. He needs the 7 to hit. He needs Chris to 2-pair up here. Chris now should have a hard time betting. Making that call, and he does. He does fold. It'll be the last hand of the night here, probably. Maybe one more after this. 9-3 versus 9-3 right now. We got a fold from one of them and a call from one of them. Willito with a king jack and Junior with a king queen of clubs. And Chris with a king jack of hearts raises to 40. So a lot of outs, a lot of people with each other's outs here. Actually, Donald in a fairly good position with a 7-6, believe it or not. A 7-6 queen on the flop. So Donald will flop in 2-pair. Chris with a $65 bet. Donald making the snap call. And a 10 on the turn now, giving Chris the open-ended straight draw. So Chris now with several outs. And an ace on the river going to give him Broadway. So he rivers Broadway here. Donald again killed on the river. Rough night for Donald on the river here for sure. Chris moving all in for 1,400. Donald with 485 in front of him. What does he do here? There's just too much that can beat him to make this call, but he's made a couple of tough calls here previously. He does make the fold, and that's a good job. That's a good fold. He's going to want to come back and watch that hand, and he'll be glad that he folded for sure. This is going to be the last hand of the night here, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all watching, tuning in, chatting. Pretty lively chat tonight. We certainly appreciate that. So, Mo's going to look down at a king jack offsuit. He's under the gun. Kevin's cards unexposed, but he did fold them. Willito with a 10-5 going to make the call. Junior same. Chris with a king 10 and Donald with a 7-3, 5 ways to a flop. So a deuce 4 queen. So no help really for anybody at this point. Queen on the turn, 2 spades, 2 clubs. No help for anyone here either. It's going to be a matter of who bets first, probably. King on the river, though. So, should come down between... Is that a king or is that a jack? It must be a jack because they're checking around. And the king-queen going to win this hand. I mean, the king-jack going to win this hand. Mo with a pair of jacks going to take it down for the last hand of the night. Want to thank you guys again for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time.